A Note on High Noon, a sensational film. To quote Alex from A Clockwork Orange, a real horror show. It's a real horror show. Or Adjectival, if we refer to the Cary gang, or Medicine, if if it's the Little Good Man. Fabulous, fantastic. Cary Grant is stupendous, and so is his partner, Grace Kelly. We can see she is acting like a princess already. She's not Grace of the Monaco yet, but this woman, this actress had style. And the main themes are courage, self-sacrifice, sense of duty, strength, grit, tenacity, and superhumans. Will Kane, the sheriff, is the prototype, the epitome of the Übermensch, the Superman. He's Superman, Spider-Man, everything in it combined. His attitude is heroic, godlike. And the context is this. Early on in the film, he gets married to Amy Fowler, who is a Quaker. So she's against any fighting at all. We learn sometime in the movie, but nearly halfway through, that she had witnessed the death of her father and her brother, who was only 19. So ever since, she's against any fighting of any kind. They were fighting, she says, on the right side, but what is the good? I mean, they're still dead. So I don't want any killing anymore. And after the wedding, the plan for the newlyweds is to leave town and travel for their honeymoon, and travel for good, that is, because he is not going to be the marshal anymore. From the following day, the city has hired another man to be their sheriff. Only right after the wedding, they learn that an evil man is coming with his fellow criminals, killers, and there are 4 in all, to take revenge. What happened was this: Will Kane had arrested him, caught him, and sent him up north. In the north, instead of sentencing him to the gallows to be hanged, as was normal, because this man was a killer. He killed a number of men, and he was clearly guilty. Not only they offer this amnesty, he's not killed anymore, but they free him altogether. So he's coming at noon, hence the name of the Western, High Noon. One of the best films on the list of the New York Times, and I'm sure many other serious publications have. That's included among the best works of art there in cinema. And everybody says go out quickly because he's after you, he wants his revenge. And indeed they start. But after a mile or two, the sheriff stops and says, I can't do this. If I run now, I will run forever, and it's not, I mean, what kind of... I don't think he says that, but maybe I'm just speculating. He thinks it, that what kind of a man I would be. So he says, I have to return. His wife threatens, if you do not come with me, I will be alone. I will leave this town alone on this noon train, which brings in the evil party, so to say. What is astonishing is this: the sheriff tries to get some deputies, some people to help, and none of them want to help. even if it's their town, their community that is threatened. And they realize that. They have some speeches in church. Well, we all know who this man is. He's a killer, and the life of this town as we know it now will be ended. And then people want to invest, and speech after speech. Some say, well, it's not of our business, but it is, the others say. And well, we hire marshals, but that's not his business. That's not his fault. He can leave the town, and he will let us in. And the sheriff stays in spite of all this. He does the right thing in spite of everything. In spite of these people themselves. I mean, even if they don't deserve helping. I mean, because it's clear if 20 would get together with shotguns, pistols, and the villains would just leave. If they would see a group of 20 people facing them as they come to town, they would just abandon their payback and go back. But they don't. Indeed, there is a scene at one moment when the sheriff throws the badge in the dust, in the dirt, disgusted. But he is the ultimate superhero. Forget Superman.